Hey guys, Infidel1258 here. Today I want to share with you a clip from a recent conversation from my members only live event on Thursday night with Jim and the YouTube members. If you want to be participant in those conversations and you want to bring forward your own ideas and to that conversation, make sure you check out the community tab on my YouTube channel and consider the various tiers. Silver Plus is guaranteed to be at every live event. Bronze is invited usually, but not necessarily all the time. Okay, so check that out. And in the conversation we're going to talk about SPS. We're going to talk about Chaos Legion packs. We're going to talk about the best opportunities to really extract value from the future of this game. And where is this game going? SPS is core and key to that. And so it's like, let's analyze and explore what options are in front of us between now and the end of that SPS airdrop. As you can see on the screen, I liquidated my DEC today. It was in part because of this conversation. So if you're holding DEC or if you're wondering why is SPS so important, stick around, stay tuned, watch this whole video. You're going to see Jim and I bat around that conversation and even explore what would it look like to try and position ourselves wisely moving forward with the bag of SPS that we think makes sense. So let's get into that. Before we do, my name is Dwayne Cunningham. I go by Infidel1258. You guys can call me 12. Drop comments in the chat and I will do my best to answer those and create separate videos. You're never the only one who wonders. So leave your question, drop your in-game name, and I'll send some thank yous afterwards. Okay, guys, thanks for your time and attention. Have an amazing day. God bless. Man, my SPS is getting high. I'm up to 62,000. And it's...
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is just this one account, man. I've got 7-8 accounts accruing now, and they all have a few thousand now. When this is $1, I'm gonna be, oof. And I feel like it's a given that this is SPS is gonna be $1.
Yeah, like there's no way it doesn't.
I mean, I think that's true, and I feel like I'm sending Steam Monster $5 right now. Use it wisely, my friend.
That also means you sent Scott Bland $100 last week.
That's right, 100 SPS too. That was the best win of the day for sure.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I need to go back and rewatch last week because I know I kept hearing about how excited Matt was when he was talking, and I want to hear him speak, not just read what he wrote or what was spoken about.
Yeah.
But I listened.
You know, it's a good thing if Matt talks for 24 minutes.
I know.
He's normally like, can I leave? He's like, I got to go do some coding. Can I just go?
Totally. Yeah, he's so passionate about SPS and about the decentralization of this game and through SPS, which is really, really cool. How crazy is it that they make this amazing game that a lot of people like, that's literally minting millionaires, and they have no reason to think it through. There's no real advantage to them to say, we're going to create a system whereby we step away from the ownership of this thing and you guys take on the responsibility of governance. But we are they're taking away. That's a huge distraction for one thing. It's taking away attention from their main thrust, which is this game. You think they would want to focus hard on making this game as good as possible and not let themselves be distracted by like a new governance system. And second, a new governance system means that some of the value that's locked up in this game, including I think $15 million, is being surrendered, being given away by these guys. Because there's X amount of SPS that they're putting into that war chest, and there's also other cryptocurrencies that have been accumulating as a result of liquidity pools that they've been supporting. All of that they could, Aggie and Matt could just keep, and they did say a long time ago that that this was always going to be the way it would be, but ask, you know what I mean, like. That's awesome that they said it and they're keeping their word, but I just feel like it's so unusual in today's day and age that people would actually honor such a promise and surrender millions of dollars to hold their word. I just feel like that's unique, and I feel like that deserves our respect, and I think it deserves to be called out so that we can honor that and be like, wow, I can't believe they're doing this. It's really cool. It's amazing. What will that do? And then think through what that is going to do for us, because, you know, when that money is put into that, I'm assuming you guys know about this stuff, but maybe you don't. They took, I want to say $15 million. It might've been 20. Splinter Talk. How would I look this up? It would be SPS 2020. That's the one.
Oh, the new roadmap. Yeah.
Yeah. So they said they're going to make validators, and those are going to be the people that oversee the transactions on the blockchain, verifying the game, essentially making sure the game is still running. It's also going to, these will be the people that'll implement changes as we call for them, and we will call for them based on a weighted vote using how much SPS we have staked. So that's how governance will be run on this game. And that's literally them just turning over the keys to the thing to us as SPS holders. And this thing, the foundation treasury, is what I'm talking about. So the SPS Foundation currently holds $4 million worth of various cryptocurrencies, not including SPS tokens. So 4 million plus SPS, whatever the SPS is. And then these funds, including SPS tokens, they're jointly owned by all SPS token holders. That's what I mean. Like, they're giving us millions of dollars. And we can then allocate that how we see fit based on, again, our weighted vote within the new governance structure. And how easy would it be? How easy would it be once we have the keys to this to just go ahead and say, you know what, we want to pay the fee to get listed on Binance, and overnight transform the value of that token, which we're all holding as governance holders, right? As voters. And then on top of this, so that they're surrendering at least $4 million plus whatever the SPS was. And then Rift Watchers is 3 million packs, $5 per pack, payable only in SPS. That's another 15 million bucks, I think. This means that roughly 12 million after accounting for bonuses. Oh, okay, bonus packs. So 12 million from this and 4 million, I guess, from the other thing. Will be incoming into the SPS Foundation over the course of the edition. So they're throwing something like 16 to maybe $20 million at us based on roughly today's prices. Mm-hmm. And it's literally just like a hidden bonus to holding SPS. So it's awesome. It's totally misunderstood, and there's a lack of comprehension around how amazing this is. And so it's important to I guess, hold up what Matt and Aggie are doing and be like, this is really special. And it should instill confidence in us. I would hope.
Right. I know what we're going to do with the money inside of that vault.
What do you think?
We're going to give it to the Splinterlands stream team.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Equally. I like it. Just 30 ways. I like it.
Equal.
Yeah. Just 30. I'd be fine with that. An equal cut. 31, one of 30. Let's go.
Sign me up.
Yeah. How crazy is that, though? Isn't it just like, I can't imagine anybody else doing that. I feel like every AAA studio would be like, no, why would we give that away? We're going to keep it.
Yeah, that's definitely a different way to be doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Which is amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a big deal. It's a big deal, guys. And so this is in part why we're so crazy about SPS, right? This is in part why we...
Speaking of crazy about SPS, I did something.
What'd you do?
So, all right, you're like a big fan of reallocating funds, right? Like, I know that.
Yes.
I may or may not have sold like a couple cards.
Mm-hmm.
So I sold like $2,000 worth of cards.
Nice.
And I'm like, you know what? I think I just need to pull this trigger because it was at like 10, 11 cents. And I'm just like, you know what? I just need to do it. So then I essentially doubled my SPS balance.
Nice.
So I was like, you know what? It's way too low.
Yeah.
It shouldn't even be this low.
Yeah.
I know I need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think you're gonna really be pleased. How many do you remember how many you ended up buying?
I ended up getting like Uh, 15, around 15,000.
Wow,
Yeah.
good. That's really
So
good, man.
a little bit less because I then also use some money to pick up more gold cards because I'm planning on using it like really for brawls. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So good, dude. Really, I've been thinking about it ever since we had our last video, and we're talking about. Recently, we did a video together, and we were talking about whether we would sell a Mylor if you had one, and
Yeah.
and then I said at the end, I said, you know, and I might even sell a kitty in certain conditions. So of course, you know what I mean, like. Be open to any of that sort of stuff. Every one of you guys should be open to looking at what the cost versus benefit would be to you if you were to execute a trade of any kind, whether it's, hey man, I'm super into Chaos Legion packs and I bought thousands of them and I really believe they're going to be $40 one day and that'll be awesome. So I'm going to buy, I'm going to sit on thousands and thousands of packs. That's my story. That's what I'm sitting on.
And me both, Dwayne.
I still have 2,600 packs, and I believe those will be worth $40 each one day. But the thing, just today, I was thinking, what if I sold them for $3 a pop on Hive Engine, and just bought SPS?
We're on the same page.
Yeah,
Dwayne.
yeah. Like, what's a Chaos pack right now? Chaos pack is. So it's all over the place. It just a little green candle there.
Chaos pack is $3 right now. $3.07.
Which is pretty well the price, and it has been roughly the price for a long time now. Even though all these fluctuations are because Hive has gone up and down, but generally speaking, it's been roughly $3 per Chaos Legion pack for the last month or two. I'm gonna say ever since the general sale, and it'll probably be like that until Chaos Legion is pretty well sold out, or even maybe entirely until after it's entirely sold out. So the question is, like, when's that going to happen? And on the one hand, I'm starting to think that Chaos Legion packs will take longer to sell out than anyone thought, and than I thought, which I was kind of saying maybe August. It's going to depend on what happens with the rest of crypto market, but it could be December. It could be, 2023. And, if I was in the meantime to sell and buy SPS, I really believe that SPS could go on a run to 50 cents almost overnight. Like, no, I mean, forget about overnight. Like, it could be in an hour. It really could. It could be literally in an hour. We get listed. Hey man, we're listed on Binance, and it moves from 11 cents to 75 cents in maybe an hour. And then it probably would come back down to like 40 cents or 50 cents or something like that. And then try to find and then slowly kind of find its floor. But I really think long term, SPS is probably $1 easy. And so the question is, which one do you think is going to move before? Is it going to be Chaos Legion packs? Is it going to be SPS? Is it going to be maybe a different option altogether? Like I've talked about DEC. Is it going to be, the cards themselves? Because you were talking about selling some cards, Jim. You know what I mean? Like it's so important that you guys think this stuff through for yourselves, not once, but repeatedly, because these are always, there's a set of changing circumstances that if you're wrapping your mind around and thinking through properly, you're going to be able to anticipate opportunities that other people are overlooking.